It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I've got a 500ml can of double IPA called Simcoe Universe in front of me today. It was sent by the lovely Stephen Claxon. Thank you very much, Stephen Claxon. And the box was ordered from one of my favourite places in the beer world, and that is Trembling Madness up in York. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I've heard of this brewery. This brewery is called Make. They're based in Portsmouth. I remember. Right, I'll talk to you about them now. I have had one of their beers before. This is 8% ABV, 500ml can. Let's get it out into a glass. See what we got. Silver, a lovely silver can here. Yeah, the beers apparently they're fantastic. Let's get this out into a glass, see what we get. Little bit of smoke, tiniest amount of smokes on the can opening. Beer in the glass then. Oh, look at this, look at this. Look at that for a beer. You can see the carbonation chasing that head up the glass. You can see it climbing and fighting through the malt in the beer, the head, the let's get the rest in. The body, my mind went blank then. I do apologise. I had a senior moment. The body of the beer. The carbonation was rising through the body of the beer. Have a look then at the sediment then falling to the bottom of the beer. Have a look at that. Look at that sediment making its way to the bottom. Look at the sediment in the bottom of the glass. Look at that. There's shopping trolleys in there, tyres, everything. Look at that. Wow. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So canned, conditioned beer then. Look at the hazy, it looks like a lava lamp, doesn't it? Look at that hazy swirl going on. Look at that creamy, rich head. Look at the way the carbonation chases that head up the glass. Absolutely wonderful. Let's get the aroma. Oh, wow. Wow. That is some big, bold flavours coming from there. I was trying to find I'm having a few memory farts today. I do apologise. Normally I'm pretty quick and snappy. Passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, but in a soup. It's like a passion fruit and mango and orange peel soup. You know the type of soups where you put the spoon in the bowl, you lift it up and you drop a little bit of the soup and it kind of gloops down off the edge of the soup back down into the bowl. It's gloopy, it's thick, it's creamy. Yeah, this is hop soup. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Simcoe Universe. Whoa. Wow. Stone the crows. Stone the crows. I'm standing here on a slightly sunny day here in South Wales, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm lucky. I do. every now and again I stand here and I'm like, to do what I'm able to do, to bring you guys what I'm able to bring you, I feel terribly lucky sometimes. I know it's been a lot of hard work. There's probably not, I mean, it's probably more hard work than luck. But at the same time, I do stand here sometimes and I think, God, you know, this is just amazing. This is just amazing what we get to do. Absolutely amazing. The hops in this beer, the flavours in this beer, the amount of time and effort that has gone into making this beer is just off the scale. Like, they've thrown so many ingredients at this beer. This little kind of like the carbonation slowly kind of like, it's tiny carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. It's like some kind of like orange and lemon meringue pie type of thing. It's just so thick and creamy and gloopy and lovely, absolutely lovely. It's like Simcoe gravy. Somebody needs to make a beer, Simcoe gravy. It's just unbelievable beer. Really, really juicy, tropical, hoppy, fantastic stuff. Fantastic. So, that's the beer more or less reviewed. It came to me as I was introducing the beer, because I did read the can briefly. I like to go into my beer reviews as kind of like, especially craft beer, I like to go into it as blind as possible. So when I seen Make on the side of the can, I had a little thing. I was like, nah, I've heard of it. And then of course it kind of like, it ran through my mind then. I remember. So some of you might remember last year, I went down to Bridgend. I did the beers and pubs and bars and breweries of Bridgend. And I went to that wonderful shop owned by Dog's Window Brewery. And I reviewed 2 cans of beer in his shop. Now, one of those beers, it just clicked to me now, because it was like October last year. The time goes so quickly these days. It's like, it was like 9 months ago. I could have had a baby in that time. Not me personally, but maybe one of the females in this house. Could have had a baby in that time. But the time just flies these days. 9 months now is nothing. Nothing, absolutely just gone. But anyway, it's a case of, I've reviewed a beer in the shop and it was by Make. It was Make from Portsmouth. Great beer. I imagine they are doing just as much great things as the other brewery in Portsmouth down there. Staggeringly good. I always fancy Portsmouth. I always fancy doing the pubs and bars of Portsmouth for 2 reasons. First reason, it's the end of the line. Whenever I go to Cardiff train station, I always end up seeing the Portsmouth Harbour train, and I'm like, I'd love to jump on that. Portsmouth Harbour, end of the line. You know, 1 minute you're in Cardiff, fall asleep, next minute you're in Portsmouth type of thing. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I can do the pubs and bars of York, Portsmouth, and of course we got Scott reviews things down there as well, which I'm sure, I'm bending his arm. I'm trying to bend his arm into showing me maybe Make and Staggeringly Good, and then the oldest pub in Portsmouth, and you know, I'm sure he will one day. But rating for this beer, Great lacing on the glass, great tasting beer, hoppy, juicy, big, fat, bold, fat IPA at 8% ABV. Central Point, Kirple Road, Portsmouth. There we are. Recycle and save the only planet with beer. Well, that's a great way of putting it. Rating. I'm going to give this, thank you very much, Stephen Claxon. Thank you very much, Travelling Madness. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.